Erika Jayne went from living in a literal $7 million mansion with a cathedral built inside to renting a pool house in LA. She's dating a guy who allegedly lied about his military service, and she's keeping him completely hidden from the cameras. But remember when she told Garcelle Beauvais, "I wish you were more interesting," because Garcelle wasn't sharing enough about her dating life.
There's nothing that I'm not showing, honestly. Do you know something?
No, I wish you were more interesting, I guess.
Oh, damn.
The hypocrisy is kind of insane. So let's talk about why pretty much everyone, the internet, her castmates, even other housewives from different franchises, has had enough of Erika Jayne. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Erika was born Erika Jayne in Atlanta, Georgia. At 20 years old, she got pregnant and married her first husband, Thomas Zizzo. And yes, that's Tom number one, because apparently Erika's got a thing for guys named Tom. So fast forward to 1998, Erika's working as a cocktail waitress in West Hollywood, and she meets Tom Girardi at this restaurant called Chasen's. Now, Tom wasn't just some random guy, he was the Tom Girardi, this super powerful attorney who was the first lawyer in California to win $1 million settlement for a medical malpractice case. He was literally the inspiration for a character in Erin Brockovich. Pretty impressive, right? Oh, and he was 60 years old, she was 27. Just saying. They got married in 1999. And basically overnight, Erika's life completely changed. She went from struggling to having access to millions, living in this insane Pasadena mansion, having a full glam squad on call. And this is when she created her alter ego, Erika Jayne. The whole pop star persona with backup dancers, music videos, designer costumes, all of it. Her company, EJ Global, was allegedly funded entirely by Tom's law firm. And I say allegedly, but this is literally what she's being sued for right now. She joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in 2015 for season 6. And for 5 seasons, we watched her live this crazy luxurious life. The $20,000 earrings, the endless glam squads, the ice-cold demeanour. And then November 2020 happened, and everything fell apart. Erika filed for divorce from Tom, and then, and this is where it gets really suspicious, just 1 month later, they were both named in this lawsuit for allegedly embezzling funds that were supposed to go to families of victims from the 2018 Lion airplane crash.
Attorney Tom Girardi, the estranged husband of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne, is headed to prison.
The timing was so suspect that everyone immediately thought the divorce was fake, just to hide assets. And honestly, can you blame people for thinking that? The $25 million fraud case. All right, so this is the big one. Tom Girardi wasn't just accused of being sketchy with money. He was basically running a Ponzi scheme for over a decade. In August 2024, he was found guilty of 4 counts of wire fraud for embezzling $15 million from his clients. And we're not talking about random clients. We're talking about widows, orphans, burn victims, and families of plane crash victims. The most vulnerable people you can imagine, and Tom was stealing from them. He was sentenced to 7 years and 3 months in federal prison. He's 86 years old and has Alzheimer's and dementia. So basically, he's going to die in prison. Which is dark, but also that's what happens when you steal millions from people who needed that money. Now, here's where Erika comes into all of this. The bankruptcy trustee is suing her for $25 million, claiming that Tom's law firm was transferring all this money to her company, EJ Global, to basically fund her entire lifestyle. The glam squads that allegedly cost $40,000 per month, all the designer clothes, the private jets, the music videos, all of it allegedly paid for with stolen money. And get this, in December 2025, settlement talks completely broke down. She's going to trial on February 10th, 2026, which is next month from now. Her lawyer's motion to dismiss got rejected. Attorney Ronald Richards, who's been following this case, posted that Erika has little options, panic sitting in. The big question everyone wants answered is, did she know? Erika keeps saying she had no clue what Tom was doing. But here's the problem with that. You can't just plead ignorance when $25 million gets funneled into your company. At some point, you have to notice that kind of money, right? The Marco designer lawsuit. Okay, but wait, there's more. So there's this costume design company called Marco, run by Christopher Psyler and Marco Morante. They've worked with huge names like Britney Spears and Katy Perry. They also worked a lot with Erika, creating custom pieces for her performances. According to the lawsuit, between 2015 and 2016, Marco charged Erika's American Express card between $800,000 and $900,000 for costume work. The designers say they delivered everything they were supposed to deliver, but then Erika allegedly claimed the charges were fraudulent and got them reversed through American Express. And it gets worse. The lawsuit claims that Erika and Tom used his connections with Secret Service agents to have Christopher criminally charged with wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. The guy was charged in 2017. The case didn't get dismissed until September 2021. Can you imagine having your life turned upside down like that? Now, both designers are suing. Christopher's suing in California for malicious prosecution and conspiracy. Marco filed a separate lawsuit in Florida for, everything. Tortious interference, defamation, you name it. He's also suing Erika's two assistants for over $300,000 each. And here's the really messy part. In April 2025, Erika might have accidentally lost the entire case because her lawyer, Jim Wilkes, who, by the way, used to be her love interest, but that's a whole other thing, failed to show up to an important court hearing. He didn't file his motion to dismiss correctly, and the Florida court struck the motion. So she might be on the hook for $300,000 just because her lawyer didn't do his job. Yikes. Still legally married after 5 years. Here's something wild that I don't think enough people are talking about. Erika filed for divorce from Tom in November 2020. It's now January 2026. They are still legally married. 5 years later, still married. Why? Because Tom has Alzheimer's and dementia, and he's considered legally incompetent. Her lawyer Jim Wilkes told the US Sun, "I don't know that the divorce will go anywhere. He's not competent to defend it. I don't know that you could have a divorce in these circumstances." Erika herself has said the divorce is the least of my concerns because she's dealing with multiple civil lawsuits. So she's stuck in this legal limbo, married to a man who's in prison and probably going to die there, can't finalise the divorce, and is now dating someone else. Which brings us to the privacy double standard. This is where it really gets good. And by good, I mean absolutely infuriating to watch. So at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 reunion, Erika went after Garcelle Beauvais. She basically said Garcelle wasn't giving enough on the show and needed to show more of her personal life.
We want the juicy scoop. What's happening?
What? I wish there was. Nothing that I'm not showing. Honestly. Do you know something?
No, I wish you were more interesting, I guess.
Oh, damn.
What?
Well, that's a shitty thing to say, Erika.
I don't know.
That's a shitty thing to say.
Well, I think
She was pushing Garcelle to share details about who she was dating, saying, "We want to know who you're dating, girl." And then Garcelle, who's been nothing but classy this entire time, points out that her divorce happened before she even joined the show, and she's been very open about it. But Erika kept pushing, acting like Garcelle needed to bare her soul on camera about her love life. Fast forward to now. Erika has been dating John McPhee, this guy who goes by Shrek, since June 2025. That's 6 months. And you know how many of her castmates have met him? 0. None of them. Not a single person. In a December 2025 interview with US Weekly, she said, "No one's met him. And I kind of like it like that, because I like him. And I know how bad these things are for your relationship." So basically, Garcelle needs to share everything about her dating life to be interesting, but Erika gets to keep her boyfriend completely secret for 6 months. Make it make sense. Fans absolutely dragged her for this. People were commenting things like, "And what has Erika shared?" and calling her the most uninteresting one on the show. And honestly, they're not wrong. If you're enjoying this breakdown of all the Erika Jayne mess, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. Trust me, we're only halfway through and it gets even messier. The boyfriend, she's hiding. Speaking of John McPhee, let's talk about who this guy actually is. He goes by Shrek and calls himself the Sheriff of Baghdad. He's a 54-year-old retired US Army Special Operations Sergeant Major who works private security, specifically for Heidi Montag from The Hills, and runs this tactical training business. Sounds legit, right? Well, hold on. In August 2025, this expose video came out called The Dark Truth of John Shrek McPhee. And it revealed that John had his Special Forces and Green Beret designations revoked after misconduct charges. He was reclassified to regular infantry back in 2009, but his entire business and brand are built on marketing himself as Special Forces. So basically, he's allegedly lying about his military service for profit. And you know what's ironic? Erika, who's dealing with all these fraud accusations about Tom lying and stealing, is now dating someone who's accused of lying about his military credentials. The irony is almost too perfect. But wait, it gets better. John filed for divorce from his wife, Jennifer Blanton, in February 2025. They were married for 10 years, separated in September 2023, but the divorce still isn't finalised. The court documents show Jennifer is seeking spousal support and wants a bigger share of the assets from his tactical training business, which apparently makes him $17,000 per month. So let me get this straight. Both Erika and John are technically still married to other people while they're publicly dating each other. It's giving very much messy energy. Third, there's the political angle. John has been pretty because it gives you a fuller picture of who this person is. Her son, we never see. Erika has a 32-year-old son named Tommy Zizzo, who works as a police officer in Los Angeles. And I have to say, Tommy has been kept completely private throughout Erika's entire time on Real Housewives. He's never appeared on the show, not even for like a quick scene. The only photo of him that's been shown was this decades-old picture from 2004 that they used in season 10. Erika says they're super close and see each other 3 times a week. At the season 14 reunion in April 2025, she said, "I see that kid all the time. We're super close." She also said that the one good thing to come out of all the Tom drama was getting a closer relationship with her son. Tommy actually made headlines in January 2025 when he testified in the ASAP Rocky assault trial as the first witness. It was one of the few times the public got to actually see him. And even then, it was in his professional capacity, not as Erika's son. But here's what makes it hypocritical. Erika respects her son's boundaries and need for privacy, but she doesn't extend that same respect to anyone else. The Ozempic question. Okay, we need to address this because it's been a whole thing. Between 2023 and 2024, Erika lost a dramatic amount of weight, about 30 pounds. She went from around 160 pounds down to 128 to 130 pounds. The transformation was so noticeable that Andy Cohen literally said she looked like a whisper of herself on Watch What Happens Live. Everyone speculated that she used Ozempic. Even her castmate Kyle Richards basically threw her under the bus about it, saying Erika was way skinnier than her but wasn't getting called out. Erika has consistently denied using Ozempic or any weight loss drugs. On Watch What Happens Live in August 2023, she said, "I did come down in weight and I did it hormonally. I was going through menopause, so I took it all down. I went to the doctor and I said get it off me." She also credits quitting drinking, working out, dancing for her Vegas residency and Broadway shows, and just being super stressed about legal problems. And look, that's all possible. Hormonal treatment, lifestyle changes, stress, all of that can cause weight loss. But here's the thing. When you've allegedly been less than honest about $25 million, people are going to doubt everything you say. I'm not saying she definitely used Ozempic. I'm just saying that the reason people don't believe her is because she's lost credibility on basically everything else. Being called the rudest housewife.
Who has been the rudest?
Oh, by far, Erika Jayne, bitch.
Okay, so this part is kind of hilarious. In October 2025, Luann de Lesseps from The Real Housewives of New York was doing one of her cabaret shows in Honolulu. Someone in the audience asked her who the rudest person in the Bravo universe was, and Luann did not hesitate. She said, "Oh, by far, Erika Jayne, bitch." And then she added, "Oh wait, and Dorit is not the nicest person either. And honestly, when even other housewives from other franchises are calling you out for being rude, that's saying something." Luann didn't have any specific incidents to point to. She just said some people are nice and some people aren't, and Erika isn't. So after going through all of this, I want to share my actual opinion on the Erika Jayne situation. Because I think it's complicated, and I don't think it's as simple as just saying she's terrible or she's innocent. She gave us her struggle with the legal issues, moving out of the mansion, downsizing her life. We've watched her try to rebuild and move forward. That's real. On the other hand, the hypocrisy is really hard to ignore. Demanding that Garcelle share more of her personal life and then keeping your own boyfriend hidden for 6 months? That's not okay. Telling Garcelle you wish she was more interesting when you're literally living in a rented pool house and allegedly spent $25 million of stolen money? Girl, come on. And the bigger issue is the lack of empathy for the actual victims in this situation. Whether Erika knew about Tom's fraud or not, the fact remains that there are real people, widows, orphans, burn victims, plane crash victims' families, who are still waiting for money that was stolen from them. And while they're waiting, Erika's performing on Broadway, doing Vegas residencies, redecorating her rental home, and dating someone new. I'm not saying she should be sitting in a dark room crying every day. People have to move forward with their lives. But maybe a little more awareness of how your actions look to the people who were actually hurt, that would go a long way.